This is the DJI OSMO 360, not 4, but 3. I wanted to try this out. I wanted to make a vlog where you're doing all different things, but one thing about the software, if you do all 360, all of it will be 360 video, but if you put in a regular flat video, I guess you could call it, then all of them are going to be flat. Not great. Software limitation, I understand. You can't go back and forth, I guess. I guess you never could. Maybe somebody will go in the comment, but you can blah, blah, blah. Okay, tell me. I don't know. I'm still learning this 360 stuff. I've been doing video editing, but not 360 editing. So I did one, I'm doing this in the restroom because I just did it in my office and then they could see all my office and I'm like, I gotta clean my office. I don't want you to look in there. So I'm in the restroom. You can look all around, doesn't matter. But I did one in the car and the car came out pretty good. I used the handle. The handle's the way to go with this, but let's watch that. It's a little bit higher. I want to be able for you to be able to see. You can just cut it off. So we have that 360 camera. I have it mounted on the sun visor in my car. It's a cyber truck. So you can see somebody, the dummy who spends a lot of money on a stupid car. Anyway, so this is, so you can look over this. I'm going to put it up as 360 visible. So you can just take your mouse, so you can take your mouse too and move it around if you're watching it on YouTube. Or you can, if you're using your phone, you can literally just move it around to look. But yeah, the quality, the audio quality is pretty good. The car is not silent, so you do hear a lot of road noise. But the overall quality of video and everything, especially since I'm mostly, outside, there's a lot of light. The sun it's a mostly sunny day today. It's real nice. The audio quality is really good straight out. I'm not using the mic. I need to pair it, pair the mic. But overall quality is really nice. Overall usage is really easy. It's really straightforward. I think the editing software is pretty good. I used it on my Mac so far, and it's really nice. And on the phone, it's pretty straightforward. There's not really, you can take it and move it around just as you would with the desktop version. This person does not know where they're going. That's always fun. That person. So then, if I'm in a situation like this, I can be talking and just point at one of the lenses relatively. But even the stitching is not that bad. So here, the stitching shows up. It doesn't show up that much, especially in a situation like this. You'll barely notice. If you sit there and really know what you're looking for and stare at it, you'll see the seam. But the seam is pretty tight. So you can look all the way around. You can look, I think, to here, and I think it goes all the way to to the bottom. So to the top. So there's a very small blind spot at the very top. I think, maybe not. I need to check. So yeah, this works out really well. And just straight out of the box, which is always nice to not have to worry about, when you start it, you have to do this, and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that. Set it, make sure it's recording, make sure you have enough battery life, and you're good to go. I think I could make this thing shorter. I can take some rings out of this, out of the clamp, and make it so it'll sit here. I think that would be better. But yeah, I like it. I think the overall quality, it makes me interested to see what the action, if they were to make another action camera, it's just like the standard one, what quality it would be. It would probably, I think the software is leaps and bounds above everybody else. And all I've been seeing lately is people have been using GoPros and saying, this sucks, this thing corrupted and blah, blah, blah. I've only ever had problems with DJI when I didn't same hardware because the chips are made by the same companies for the most part, but the software is what sets everything apart, and this has the killer software. So after the one thing about this is with the handle, you can hold it and it's fine, but then you're holding it and you're just kind of like, you don't know if it works okay. It's functional. Like with the action camera, the smaller one, the DJI, like a 5, I hand hold that thing all the time. But with this, it feels a little bit different, especially if you're doing 360, which is the majority of what you want to do with this, right? So I put a handle on it, and like with this handle, I don't know how well you could see it. I think it will show it because it only blocks like directly below you. So this has a little a clamp on it, so you can clamp it and put it whatever, and then you have a 360 camera. And in theory, you could be anywhere, and I could just come behind it and anything, and that'd be great. So I took it out on by Buffalo Bayou, so it was around 7 o'clock in the evening, and it was nice and bright, so we can look at the outdoor conditions. When you're carrying a camera, you just get used to pointing it at everything, but this, you just stand it up and everything else does the work for you, right? So, really pretty sunset. It's about 7:10 in the evening. It's about 85 degrees. It's pretty nice. For Houston, at least. The one thing about this, though, like I said before, if you have all 360 video, then the whole thing will export as a panorama video. But if you don't, and one of the pieces is flat, for like, I don't know what you would call it, just regular. Like I did a time lapse with it, but I can't put the time lapse in the video, otherwise it will make all of the video flat instead of 360. So it does do time lapses, and it does it in a really wide aspect, which is really nice. So I'll definitely use that again. But overall, the quality, the camera is really nice. I wonder if they'll make an Action 6, because like this took the slot where the Action 6 usually, or an action camera would come out. So the quality on this is really nice. I wonder if they'll make an Action 6 and put a lot of these features in. The overall, like the screen quality is good. I like the speed of it, because the 5, when you power it on, it doesn't take forever, but it takes like 10-15 seconds, which if you're doing something you want to start sometimes, this starts right away. So I can just hit the record button when it's off, and it'll power on and start recording within 5 seconds or so, which is way better. So I've only been using it for a couple days, but I think this is like a backbone type camera where you can just, okay, I'm going to be doing something, let me just put this in the corner and it'll capture whatever I don't film, right? So it works really great. I'm really excited to figure out how I'm going to use it going forward. I think it's going to be, like I said, oops, I missed it. No, I didn't. I got it with this. So it'll definitely serve its purpose.